Okay, it's 6 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and get started. This is the organizational meeting of the Edgewood City Schools. Ms. Bowers, could you call the roll call, please?
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Present.
Mrs. Lori Barnes. Present. Mr. Kevin Fall.
Present.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Present.
And Mr. John Thomas.
Present.
Okay, could you stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and then remain standing for the pledge, please? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have Pastor Jason Vance here.
Let's pray together. Lord, I come to you tonight, this organizational meeting. I pray that as this group organizes and plans and shares, that we'll look to you for your direction and your wisdom and your clarity. Your word says in Psalm 25:4, show me your ways. Lord, teach me your paths. I pray that for this group. I pray that you would show them your ways and teach them your paths. I pray that you will lead through them in a way that Edgewood schools would be blessed and fruitful in educating our students and ultimately pointing them to you in your abundant life that you offer them. I thank you for each school board member. I thank you for each administrator and teacher and school staff who gives their time and energy to work to benefit and bless our children in this school district. I pray that you'll give them your strength this year as they balance their work and their home life and time given to this school district. I ask, Holy Spirit, that you direct them tonight and all through this year as they work for Edgewood and our kids. And as they make decisions for Edgewood and our kids that will affect many, I pray that they would work well together as a team, that you'll use their individual gifts and their personalities for the good of students' lives and ultimately for your glory, Lord. And so we give you this year, 2026, in the direction and the details of Edgewood schools. And I pray that in Christ's name. Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we've got new board members to swear in. Ready?
Ready.
Ready. We'll start with you, Miss Barnes. If you would, do you want to step up here in front?
Sure.
Towards there. We'll ask that you raise your right hand. Miss Lori Barnes, do you solemnly affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States of Ohio, that you will faithfully and impartially discharge your duties as a member of the Board of Education of Edgewood City School District in Butler County, Ohio, to the best of your ability and in accordance in said office until your successor is elected and qualified?
I do.
Thank you, Ms. Barnes.
Did you wait for them to take pictures or anything?
Oh, no, we didn't. It's okay.
Mr. Kevin Fall, do you solemnly affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States of Ohio and that you will faithfully and impartially discharge your duties as a member of the Board of Education of Edgewood City School District in Butler County, Ohio, to the best of your ability and in accordance in said office until your successor is elected and appointed?
I do.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations. Welcome. Glad to see your sisters here.
I can't sit by this time like you've been going.
I know. That's okay now. Okay, we are going to, do you guys want to say anything?
I just want to thank everybody for their support, not only in getting elected, but also in this very short term getting on board as quickly as possible to all the current board members and even some of the past board members, as well as the administrators and even the staff visiting the schools. I really appreciate it. I thought I was involved before, but even getting more involved, I realized how many more good things are going on with our students in the district in all the schools, and it just has kind of energized me even more to want to get involved. So, thank you.
And I would just like to reiterate that I'm just very thankful that the opportunity to do this. In my wildest dreams, I would have never ever thought I would have tried to seek any kind of an office. But I'm so glad that I'm able to do this. And like Kevin said, there are so many good things at Edgewood, and we have potential to even be better. And hopefully, I'll be able to help bring some things and change that would help propel that to being better.
Well, I'm excited to work with you guys. It'll be a good year. All right. We're going to look for a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
So moved.
Mr. Messerschmidt, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Thomas. Ms. Bowers, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
Mr. John Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Mrs. Lori Barnes.
Yes.
Mr. Kevin Paul.
Yes.
That motion carries 5-0.
We have no presentations. Next is treasure items.
The first agenda item, I would like to ask if there is a nomination for board president.
I'd like to nominate Miss Amy Ashcraft for president.
Second.
Are there any other nominations? Okay, Mr. Mark Messerschmidt,
Yes.
Mr. John Thomas,
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft,
Yes.
Mrs. Lori Barnes,
Yes.
and Mr. Kevin Paul.
Yes.
That motion carries 5-0.
Thank you all.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
We can do it. Do it later? Mrs. Amy Ashcraft, do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Ohio, that you will faithfully and impartially discharge your duties as the President of the Board of Education of Edgewood City School District in Butler County, Ohio, to the best of your ability and in accordance with the laws now in effect and hereinafter to be enacted during your continuance in said office and until your successor is nominated and appointed?
I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next agenda
Thank
item
you.
is the nomination for a vice president of the Board of Education.
I would like to nominate Mark Messerschmidt.
Second.
Are there any other nominations? Mrs. Amy Ashcraft,
Yes.
Mr. John Thomas,
Yes.
Mrs. Lori Barnes,
Yes.
Mr. Kevin Paul,
Yes.
and Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Abstain.
No, I would like to do it.
I'm gonna vote for
Hold on, man, I got one.
If he can't vote for himself, why should I vote for him?
Let's
Yeah, let's do it.
do it.
Now I look like a dork.
There you go.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt, do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Ohio, that you will faithfully and impartially discharge your duties as Vice President of the Board of Education of Edgewood City School District in Butler County, Ohio, to the best of your ability and in accordance with the laws now in effect and hereafter to be enacted during your continuance in said office and until your successor is nominated and appointed?
I do.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
It is, it's,
I was gonna say I do very well.
yeah.
Okay. All right, up next is appointment of Butler Tech representative.
Yes.
So we need a nomination. I nominate Gary Gabbard. He's not here. I'm just kidding, he knows.
I'll second.
Any others?
Okay.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft,
Yes.
Mr. John Thomas,
Yes.
Mrs. Lori Barnes,
Yes.
Mr. Kevin Paul,
Yes.
and Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
That motion carries 5-0.
And I spoke to Mr. Gabbard on the phone today. He anticipated you might nominate him. He did say if he was selected to serve as the representative for Edgewood City Schools at Butler Tech, that if you had any questions, concerns, anything, focus that you wanted to share with him, just to email him. He would absolutely represent your interests, however, any questions you would seek out. He welcomes that and feels like that would give him more of a a defined purpose as he serves in that role. So I told him I would share that with you guys.
It'd be nice to have him come around. He's been around here for a long time.
Yeah.
12 years?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so next we have items F, G, and H. We're gonna block those.
Yes, if I could, please. That is the regular board meeting minutes from November the 17th, the special board meeting from December the 18th, and the November financial reports.
We're looking for a motion to, gotta wait till I ask. Motion to approve F, G, and H.
So moved.
Mr. Thomas, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Fall.
Mr. Falk can do it. Is there any discussion on any of those items? Okay, no discussion. Can you go ahead and call the roll, please?
Mr. John Thomas.
Yes.
Mr. Kevin Fall.
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Mrs. Lori Barnes.
Yes.
And Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
That motion carries 5-0. The next agenda item is the Butler County ESC contract for an intervention specialist.
Is there a motion to approve, for the ESC contract for intervention specialists?
So moved.
Mr. Fall, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Ms. Barnes? Is there any discussion on this item?
Yeah, I want to appreciate, I had a lot of questions on this, just trying to learn and figure out how to work with this contract, ESC, and Patty did very well at explaining it to me, because at first, trying to learn how that works, that seems like a lot of money for half a year, right? But, they had mentioned they tried to fill that position for a while. It's a specialized position. Patty, I don't know if you have anything else to comment on that, but that did help me, and I appreciate that explanation, as that it's more of a contracted service to get us through the rest of that year until we can find someone to hopefully fill it, not me paying a contracted service.
Sum it up.
Okay. Can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Kevin Fall.
Yes.
Mrs. Lori Barnes.
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
And Mr. John Thomas.
Yes.
That motion carries 5-0. The next agenda item is the treasurer's annual procedural items. You're going to see a rather long list here. This occurs every year. And I would ask for a motion to approve those as presented.
Is there a motion to approve the treasurer's annual procedural items as presented?
So moved.
Mr. Kevin Fall. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. John Thomas. Is there any discussion on these items?
Would you like to talk about this, Patty, just for the purpose of saying what this is all about?
So this is just you giving me permission to pay the bills, invoices as they come in. The most important piece here, and we do call it out and put it separate, is my permission to request tax advances. And why that is important, we'll get 3 payments that way rather than waiting until late March to get it all. We just get our money a little bit sooner. So that's the most important piece here. This also allows me to appropriate. Often I will bring to, we'll do it at least a few times a year where I'll come to you and ask to modify appropriations. Basically, we have to tell the County Budget Commission what our fund balances are, what we think we're going to spend. You'll see in the tax budget tonight now with new legislation in place, we actually have to show them what we've done for 2 years prior. So that's getting ready to go to the county again, and they monitor. So there's a lot going on in legislation right now with property tax reform. So you want to keep your ears open for those things.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Patty, is there anything that is added or removed from this list in previous years?
Not since I've sat in this seat. Now, I can tell you since I've come on here that I did add the part in here about the public records. That's a 3.5-hour training. I handle, I would say 99% of all public records requests that come into the district. Sometimes we may have to get legal involved because they'll request a lot of things. I would encourage you, if you haven't, read up on your sunshine laws and whatnot, because even your cell phone text messages, anything like that becomes a public record when you sit in a public seat. So, I take that training and try to handle all of those. On occasion, we'll get some, and I'll have Ms. Beckett help with those because they ask about employees' information and hire dates, and we're very cautious about the information that we give out and make sure that it's legal to do so. But some of these requests, I mean, we just respond and tell them why we can't answer it. They're too broad and ambiguous, but at times they're heavier than others. I haven't had any for several weeks. We have some that you're gonna get them once a month because they want every purchase order that you. So I do take that training so that I can act on behalf of the board, but I still encourage you that it's out on the Auditor of State's website. You have 3.5 hours, just sit out there and kind of listen, and it's very, very informational.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Is there any other discussion? If not, we'll look for roll call, please.
Mr. Kevin Fall.
Yes.
Mr. John Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashburn.
Yes.
Mrs. Lori Barnes.
Yes.
And Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
That motion carries 5-0. The next agenda item in this resolution will go to the board is that request for tax advances. If I could have a motion to approve that, please.
There's a motion to approve the request for tax advances.
So moved.
Mr. Messerschmidt, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Clark. Is there any discussion on this item? Okay, call the roll, please.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
Mr. Kevin Hall.
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Mrs. Lori Barnes.
Yes.
And Mr. John Thomas.
Yes.
That motion carries 5-0. The next agenda item L is the fiscal year 2027 tax budget.
Is there a motion to approve the fiscal year 2027 tax budget?
So moved.
Mr. Messerschmidt, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Thomas. Any discussion on this item?
Do we really know that much about this right now with all the House bill stuff that's going on?
This is based on what's in legislation today. Again, the key piece here is we have to tell them what we've done for 2 years. So that's why you see the 2 prior years. Based on what our tax rates are today and plugging in that information, that is what it is today.
Okay.
Based on the laws on the books. That's all that changed.
That's what I was asking. Yep.
So we model what it, just like with the forecast, we'll be presenting that to you in February, and it'll be based on what's in legislation. It's always gonna be a moving target.
So the 5 House bills that just got signed by Governor DeWine in December, when do those actually take effect and go onto the books? When
There are some things that are already on there. I think I shared an email with you that I received from Nancy Nix from the county about one of them, so we lost $117,000 per half on that one. What we are modeling right now, there is a loss from property tax reform of about $823,000 for that. I only have that in 1 year because that's the legislative information that I have right now.
So I thought Governor DeWine passed or signed legislation that would make us whole through next year. How does that affect that?
And this budget that we're approving is for 2027. Taxes run a little bit behind, so like, I don't think we're gonna see that reduction in this money that we're gonna get in this one, but we'll start seeing it. And again, as more legislation goes through, these numbers are gonna keep changing. I sat through a workshop last week, and dialed all these numbers in, so we're doing it right ahead of this board meeting. That way it is what it is. But for the next fiscal year, that's what we will lose right now. $823,000 is what's being modeled.
Including this you said it's 2027, so.
2027 is the tax budget that you're looking at, that we're asking for you to approve right here. But in this next year, we will lose $823,000 based on the property tax reform laws.
So he's not making us whole on that then?
I have not heard anything about being made whole on that. Now, if I get something, we'll certainly go back and change it, but I haven't seen anything about being made whole on that.
I was reading an article that there was legislation out there that was gonna make us whole because of the changes specifically around the 20 mil floor.
And We'll look at that heavy again next month too, because
Okay.
you're gonna see that we're gonna be coming off of the floor.
Right.
Yeah.
So does that take us to like 23 mil? Is that the way that works?
We have, if you look on, do you have the tax budget out there that you can open up?
I sure can.
Let's do that real quick, because there are several pages in that. So like that very first page of it, you're
Page
gonna
one.
see, I'm sorry,
Page 1?
yeah.
Okay.
So like you can see there that, the inside mill's 2.46. Then if you go on down a little bit, you can see we have 2.38 that goes to PI. So that goes in the 003 fund. So we wanna be careful what we're considering mills here, because PI money can only be used for PI, capital improvements and whatnot. So you're gonna see general fund out there by itself. And then you got that permanent improvement down there. We also have bond money that goes in an 002 fund. So our millage looks like it's more than this 20 mil. We're very close to the 20 mil with what goes into our general fund. But again, what we're modeling right now, what we're hearing and gaining a lot of traction in legislation, I don't foresee us staying on the 20 mil floor.
So when will be the next time we see a 5-year forecast based off the legislation that's currently on the books? When
Well,
see
we
that?
have to approve another one in February. Before this year, we were doing them in November, then we did a May update. Now they've changed legislation. They want everything aligned to your appropriations, these tax budgets. So we're gonna be presenting a forecast next month before we ever even have all of our property tax dollars. What does that mean? We may be filing a supplemental forecast the month after, once we see what comes in. They have what's called a DTE 93 out on the Butler County Auditor's website and portal. And what I've done is I've gone out there and I've looked at everything that's gone through the Board of Revision, equalization, to try and adjust this based on what we see out there right now. But we don't know what, if people don't pay their taxes or whatnot. So what is out there right now, I have reduced what I could to get this tax budget to where it is. So we'll come back, our forecast should look very close to this, with the exceptions of, we know that we need to make some changes in this district. We've had a lot of conversations here, what that looks like. Once I have clear direction of what that looks like, and you've heard me say many times, our staffing is about 85% of our budget. So we've got to dial that in, because that increases our expenditures. But regardless of whatever happens, you will be approving some form of a forecast, and it's now 3-year. They want it, just the 3-year. They don't want to see these big cash balances out here 5 years later. They're just looking at 3 years. And we're also hearing that our county budget commissions are gonna have more authority as far as it goes with reducing millage and whatnot. So we'll come back next month, we'll have that forecast, but like I said, as things change, it's very likely we could come back the next month and do a supplemental.
So why do you think that they're making us do this in February versus May? Is this tied to the changes in legislation? Is there a reason for this?
Yeah, I think it's very much that. There are some districts, we are not one of them, that are sitting on a high cash balance. We are not one of those districts. So again, the county budget commission is gonna have more authority to come in here and adjust this millage. You're not gonna be able to sit on big pots of money. So we're not one of those districts. We're not.
Same but, or similar but different question here. I see on the bond, do we just have one thing left on the bond?
One, yes.
Okay, which is this building?
It's this building.
Okay, and that expires when?
I think it's 30, it could be 31. It's 30 or 31.
Okay.
I mean,
sorry, that's okay.
That's okay,
close
that's a
enough.
great question, and that's 2.5 mils. We just paid, in December of 24, we paid off one small one, and then just this past December, we paid $408,000 on a second one. So we had 3 2 years ago.
Which has been the middle school, yes.
Yeah, so we are
Okay.
down just to this, the high
This
school
is-
bond.
Okay, thank you.
You are very welcome.
Do you know what the millage was, just off the top of your head, for the one that we just recently paid off?
1 mil.
discussion?
Thank you, Patty.
You are very welcome. We'll have a lot more discussion about this moving forward because there's just a lot going on in legislation right now, but let's hurry up and wait.
You call the roll, please.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
Mr. John Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Mrs. Lori Barnes.
Yes.
And Mr. Kevin Fall.
Yes.
That motion carries 5-0. Informational items, I think that's all I have for tonight.
Thank you. Superintendent items.
Okay, we got a few business items that we didn't get to do in December that we've included tonight on the agenda in addition to the organizational meeting. So one of which are some field trips. So item A are there 4 quarterly field trips. These are for their competitions, and I believe most of these are overnight trips, not out of state. Throughout the year, I think those are detailed.
One of them's Hamilton, so there's actually a local opportunity to see the quarterliers compete if you haven't seen them this year.
They're having a competition in Hamilton.
Yep, Hamilton High.
A couple, no.
I don't know what the date was, but one of them.
February 21st.
I think so.
Is that the February 21st?
Yep.
Day field trip? Yeah, that one didn't even have to be board approved, but we just lumped them all together. February 21st, Double H Show Choir Competition in Hamilton, Ohio.
Is there a motion to approve these 4 trips?
So moved.
Mr. Messerschmidt, is there a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Barnes. Is there any more discussion? You call the roll, please, Ms. Bowers.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
Mrs. Lori Barnes.
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Mr. Kevin Fall.
Yes.
Mr. John Thomas.
Yes.
That motion carries 5-0.
Okay, next is not a voting item, just letting you know that there are board policies, quarterly Neola board policy reviews for updates. Unfortunately, I missed that update meeting with our representative from Neola, Patty and Ms. Beckett were able to attend. But these are basically your changes in legislation policy that are made to reflect changes in legislation. So those are for review. There's no action needed. Likewise, item C, are we voting on C?
There is no vote, we just have to.
Okay, that's the nutritional guidelines. We have to approve those every year, and we're following the state and the federal guidelines, the nutrition standards and the smart snack guidelines. So those are there for your review as well. We follow those. Item D. This is a business item that we wanted to take care of in December and we weren't able to. So we had a contract with the city of Trenton for our school resource officer that serves Edgewood Primary. That was just through December, so we have to have a new contract in place for the new year, which began January 1st. And so that is that's our agreement with the city of Trenton. There is a change there because the city of Trenton, I think, had negotiated a deal with the former business manager. There was a smoking good deal, and the costs have continued to increase. And they basically have expressed a desire to pay the same as what Butler County charges, and we thought that was a reasonable request. So that's the change in the contract.
So I thought the original contract that.
We need a motion. Is there a motion to approve the city of Trenton MOU?
So moved.
Mr. Messerschmidt, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Fall. Okay, now,
So I was under the impression that this MOU with Trenton Police was open-ended. I thought it said in there that it required notification either of them or of us to terminate it, but there was no actual expiration date on that. You remember we had that conversation?
We actually brought a contract this year though. Let me find it. I'm wanting to say that it was in August and spelled out that it was just through
Expired.
December.
Okay, so.
We anticipated that they would be coming back to us in December for the increase here in January.
So this is the same rate that we're paying Butler County Sheriff's
Yes,
Department?
it is.
So
Minus some costs, that there are additional costs, supplemental costs that Butler County charges us, and Trenton has not been charges.
So what's the total annual cost of that? Do we have that number?
For the city of Trenton,
Well, for any of these towns, I thought it was like 55,000 is what we were
Up until we got the new contract, we were paying $44,000. So I can tell you for 10 months, we paid $4,444.44.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you can't forget that one. It's just all fours. That's what we were paying. But yeah, he met with Curtis and expressed his desire to match what Butler County is being paid. So
And that seems fair.
do you have that on?
I don't have the total, I was just trying to do the math, but I don't know how many
I think you're correct.
days or weeks they were.
It would be, because it's not monthly anymore. We were paying a monthly rate, so we're paying an hourly rate.
Right. Working a day, 12 days,
Trying to make 3 days.
62.56 a month approximately. And 44. Yeah, and that's just based on a rough estimate.
I'm not
Alright.
sure, I guess.
So it's, but we know it's
It's what we pay
equal to Butler County.
minus the, like communication, like laptop.
For mobile
and
parts
mobile
and things like that through Butler County that we won't pay to the city.
Okay.
Any other discussion?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Bowers, you call the roll, please.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt,
Yes.
Mr. Kevin Fole,
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft,
Yes.
Mrs. Lori Barnes,
Yes.
and Mr. John Thomas.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Okay, item E, just like Mrs. Bowers had some items that are approved at the organizational meeting, procedural items. My item E is the same thing. Superintendent's annual procedural items, which gives the superintendent the ability to approve employee professional meeting expenses within budget appropriations in consistence with provisions of the ETA and OPC agreements. Authorize superintendent to approve leaves of absence, temporary personnel, if there's last minute resignations or leaves, to fulfill those in advance of a board meeting, to be the board's designee for student suspensions, to waive tuition waivers when situations warrant a waiver, to approve field trips overnight or out of state, to approve bus routes and bus stops, and to review amended job descriptions when needed or create new ones on a temporary basis, so we don't have to have a special meeting for that.
Is there a motion to approve these annual items?
Do we need to approve them, or is this just, yeah, they have to be approved?
So moved.
Mr. Thomas, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Messerschmidt. Is there any discussion? Because if we don't approve these, otherwise we have to come back for a meeting to do every single one of these things. That's, okay. All right, Mrs. Bowers, call the roll, please.
Mr. John Thomas.
Yes.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt,
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Mrs. Lori Barnes,
Yes.
Mr. Kevin Fole.
Yes.
That motion carries 5-0.
So similar to that, item F is allows the superintendent to, this is a similar, but it allows me to employ temporary personnel for emergency purposes, unexpected situations, short-term and casually, ahead of a board meeting. So we don't have to have a special meeting if something comes up, we have to hire somebody, add staff, that I can make those calls, and then the next board meeting, present that to you for formal approval. So they would be hired pending board approval, authorizing me to do that.
Is there a motion to approve the employment of temporary personnel?
So moved.
Mr. Fall, is there a second?
Second.
Mrs. Barnes. Is there any discussion on this item? Ms. Bowers, you call the roll, please.
Mr. Kevin Fole,
Yes.
Mrs. Lori Barnes,
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
Mr. John Thomas.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Item G is just information, it's not a voting item. And this, I believe, in a previous meeting, we talked about maybe going back to board member committees. And so this is just a document from the Ohio School Board Association. There's no guidelines on what you must do. are recommended, there's no rules. So you could have different types of committees, curriculum instruction, negotiations, finance, policy, facilities, grounds, transportation, ad hoc committees, redistricting, new building, strategic planning, business advisory. Those are just examples. You can choose what you want or have interest in, or you feel like it's important for the board and the district, and you don't have to make those decisions tonight. Typically, you do that in an organizational meeting. If you are going to assign committee posts, you could do that, but you could do it at any time as well. So that's just for your information.
I'm interested in doing that. I don't know that we're ready to do it tonight. I think we need to get a feel for what committees we need, because I know we've had them in the past. I don't know that they were very effective. So I think maybe if we have some suggestions on what we think, where we need like a liaison committee sort of thing. So,
I know you've done some different things in years past, and I've only been on, in this role a couple of months. So I'm not.
So what has been done in the past, Amy? I guess.
So the last time we did it, we had a legislation liaison, which there was nothing happening, so it was really boring. We had a finance, we had an athletics, we had a facilities, and we had a curriculum.
Okay.
So the idea was for that person to go to like the finance meeting or go to the curriculum meeting. It never really worked out a lot. We never, I don't know, it just kind of fizzled out. Legislature, there's nothing happening. So there's literally nothing to report. Facilities was a big deal, obviously, because we were trying to do some of the facilities. The athletics, just reporting kind of on athletic issues and things like that. So I don't know if that's something we're interested in, if we have suggestions.
We always had a student achievement one where there was always a board member that would update like things that are going on in the building. Someone got a scholarship or an award or some big event just happened. Just a kid. It was always had their pulse on things the kids were doing.
Now, we're required by Ohio Revised Code to have a business advisory council. That's not for discussion. We have to form a business advisory council, which I assume we still didn't have one.
We just never had really a board member that attended.
So I think, not to put you on the spot, John, but I mean, with the experience that you bring to this board, I think we'd be selling ourselves short. I think if you involve at minimum the building and grounds kind of stuff, because there's a lot of things that we probably need to start working on. I think your background would be very good for that. So I think we do need to maybe come back at the next regularly scheduled meeting and have a list of committees that we want to, I don't think we create committees just to have committees,
right.
But that's one right there. There's a need for that. Like today, there's a need for that committee. So I think we just prioritize what we want to support.
I think too, it's important to know what your passion is.
Right.
So like my passion would be curriculum and special education. That's my
I
passion.
predicted that.
I make a motion that we.
But yeah, I do think it's important to have them.
Well, I mean, it always
But they need to
makes
be
sense.
effective. We don't want them to be
Right.
useless.
Right, exactly.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, let's work on that for our next meeting. Let's get some suggestions going, some volunteers, I guess, maybe like if, you think that's important, you wanna volunteer for it, yeah.
So great, that's awesome. Thank you.
Alright,
And that's it. That's all
Okay.
that I have.
You guys, don't you?
Just superintendent informational items. When you guys asked me to step into this role, even though it was short term, it would have been just real easy for me to just like go on cruise control and just maintain the status quo. But that's really not who I am. And of course, day 3 of the job, I had to do a lot of dirty work that was in place, and we just had some tough financial. So that's kind of how I operate. So there will be a recommendation later on that I wanted you guys to know is 100% my recommendation. That will happen in personnel, so I know we can't talk about it now. I'm not even going to name the name, but I stand behind my recommendation on this person who is a veteran teacher in our building. 12 years as a high-level coach for our football program, an Edgewood graduate, someone I consider to be Edgewood football royalty, led our team to the state finals, was in the Hall of Fame. I was working at Edgewood in 2003, and there was so much excitement around Edgewood football that I went to Canton, Ohio, and stood in the snow and watched this team play. Kind of a historic moment for Edgewood. But as a football player, won 2 league championships, 2 playoff appearances, and 5 playoff wins in the state finals. And as a coach, 5 league championships, 7 playoff appearances, and 8 wins. That resume alone is as impressive as I've seen as ever hiring football coaches. So this recommendation was made 100% by me. I didn't form a committee. I didn't do anything except do what I thought was best for Edgewood football and, more importantly, Edgewood High School and the Edgewood community. So I didn't know, we didn't get a chance to really do that in December. I planned to do that in December, and that's why we're doing it tonight. It'll be done in the personnel section.
So we're gonna vote on this in executive session and make a.
We'll vote out here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
review it in executive session and vote on it tonight, back on the stage.
In the personnel
Yeah.
section, it'll be voted on.
And then I'm assuming we're gonna make a public announcement this week as to who this person is gonna be.
If the board so approves, we will make a public announcement right away.
All right, do you have anything else?
The Butler Tech thing, no, that's all I got, thank you.
Thank you. All right, we will look for a motion to move into executive session for one or more of the following reasons: to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, or the investigation of charges or complaints against a public employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual unless the employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual requests a public hearing by division G1 of section 121.22 of the revised code. And that's all we need to do tonight. Okay. So we'll look for a motion for that purpose.
So moved.
Mr. Fall, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Messerschmidt. It's 6:42. Oh yeah, we need to call the roll, I'm sorry.
Mr. Kevin Fall,
Yes.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Mrs. Lori Barnes.
Yes.
And Mr. John Thomas.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
So are we back in regular session? It's 9:27. So we will look for a motion to approve the administrative, certified, classified, exempt, and supplemental nominations.
Let that motion come back into session.
No.
We don't. So moved.
Mr. Fall, do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Messerschmidt. Would you
Mr.
call the
Kevin
roll?
Fall,
Yes.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Mrs. Lori Barnes.
Yes.
And Mr. John Thomas.
Yep. Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. Next, we have board member resignation.
Yeah, Pam said we should go ahead and accept it.
So
Oh,
moved.
okay.
So
Okay.
moved.
Okay.
Second.
Mr. John Thomas,
Yes.
Mr. Kevin Fall.
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft,
Yes.
Mrs. Lori Barnes,
Yes.
and Mr. Mark Messerschmidt.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Do you want to say something now, or you want to wait? Because we voted. Or do you want to? No? Okay. We'll look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Who are we talking about?
Huh?
Second.
It's secret.
Okay.
The second,
Tell me again.
Kevin. You call the roll, please.
Mr. Mark Messerschmidt,
Yes.
Mr. Kevin Fall,
Yes.
Mrs. Amy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Mrs. Lori Barnes.
Yes.
And Mr. John Thomas.
Yes.
Motion
9:28.
carries 5-0. It is 9:28 p.m.